Hello, and welcome to the second video from Broadview Mortgage Wholesale on how to price out and lock your loan online with PriceFinder. In this video, we're going to show you how to price out your loan through our PriceFinder program, and then we're going to show you how to lock that loan too. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is to log into the website, bvmwholesale.com, then click on the link for PriceFinder. Your login access page will appear, so just enter your login and password to continue on to PriceFinder. If you have not already done so, you may want to place a bookmark for this site on your desktop for future easy access too. Then just hit the Submit button to access the PriceFinder folder. This is your main page for PriceFinder. You'll notice on the left-hand side of your screen that you have several links. One is for the pipeline, the other is for product searches. You will use these two links the most with PriceFinder. Down at the bottom of your screen are stored the previous loans that you have been priced out earlier. We will show you how to access these loans later in the video. To price out a new loan, simply press on the product search links on the left-hand side of your screen and a new window will appear. The product search window shows you what fields need to be filled out to obtain your current price. You will notice that some of the fields have a red dot next to the label. In these fields, you are required to put in data. If the field does not have a red dot next to the name, then in most cases we can ignore this field. So let's price out a loan. The first section we complete is called lien information. The first field is the loan amount. So let's assume we want to price out an FHA loan with a $300,000 sales price. You enter the base FHA loan amount of $289,150, which is the maximum FHA loan allowed at 96.5%. You can advance to the next field by either clicking on your mouse or your tab key on your keyboard. The next three fields are for second liens, so in most cases you would leave those fields with the default 0 in them. The next section is loan information. The first field you will enter is either your sales price or your estimated value if this is a refinance. But let's enter $300,000 for the sales price. You'll notice that when you click on the next field with the tab button, the appraisal amount and the LTV will automatically be calculated. Next, click on your mouse to the loan purpose field. From the drop-down list, you'll need to select if this loan is a purchase, cash out, or rate and term refinance. Then just click to make your selection. The next field will ask for escrow waivers. If you select yes, then you're requesting a loan amount without impounds for taxes. Since this is an FHA loan, you will select no, not to waive your impounds. And in the field automated underwriting, in most cases you will always select the DU option. The next section is for borrower's information. Even though there's not a red dot in these first two fields for your borrower's first and last name, we do recommend that you complete these two fields for when you save your quote. This way you can find it when you want to lock your loan later. In the next field, you will enter your borrower's valid FICO score. This is the FICO score that will be used for qualifying in the underwriting process. And finally in this section, even though there's not a red dot in the month reserve field, be sure to review this field for the correct number of reserve required for the loan program that you're doing. For example, the program always defaults to 2 months. But if you're doing a non-owner occupied loan, then you would need to enter at least 6 months reserves in this field to obtain a valid price. In this section, property information, the first field is for occupancy. So from the drop-down list, you can choose if your quote is for a primary residence, a second home, or an investment property. Jumping over to the property field, here you will select if your quote is for a single family, a condo, or a PUD. And in the number of units field, you will want to select if your quote is for a 1, 2, 3, or 4 unit property. The state field defaults to California, but for the county field, you will want to select the appropriate county that your property is located in, so that the correct loan amount for FHA can be determined. The default county is Alameda, but you'll want to select where your property's county is located in, like Los Angeles, Orange, or San Diego counties. Now, let's go over the first lien search criteria. Under loan type, PriceFinder automatically defaults to conforming and FHA loan pricing. In our example, we only want pricing for an FHA loan, so we will uncheck the conforming box. In the field loan terms, PriceFinder defaults to a 30-year fixed. This is fine for example. In the amortization types field, this defaults to both fixed and ARMs. Again, this is fine for example. And in the loan fixed term line, the field is set for a 5-1, 7-1, and 10-1 quotes. Leave all the rest of the fields in this section to the defaults except for the last one, the FHA case number assigned. In this field, the FHA case number assigned, if you're doing an FHA loan, you will need to select the date that your FHA case number was ordered. If you leave this field blank on an FHA loan, you will receive an error message when you select your price. Now we're finally ready to select our price for our loan quote. PriceFinder also offers you the option to import this information instead of you having to input it manually. You would simply export your Fannie Mae 3.2 CalX file into PriceFinder, and most of the fields will be automatically populated. But before you select your price, we do recommend that you save your information as a new prospect in PriceFinder. This way, if you need to make any changes, or if you want to research a different price, all of your information has already been entered and saved into PriceFinder, and you do not have to re-enter this information again. Simply click on the Save as Prospect button, then click OK, and your information will be saved. Okay, now let's see our available pricing options. Just click on the Submit button on either the top or the bottom of your screen, then PriceFinder will search for your price quote. Then your loan product rate and pricing will be returned. Your search results will appear in a new window. The top part of the screen gives you your eligible programs available, and the bottom section shows you the products that are currently ineligible. These ineligible programs are either unavailable or do not meet your loan search criteria. You'll notice that PriceFinder returned loan programs that all say expired. When this happens, it means either that the lock desk is closed for the day or we are in the middle of a price change, so current pricing is unavailable at this time. Let's look at the 3 eligible products that PriceFinder returned. PriceFinder gave us an FHA 5/1 an FHA 30-year fixed, and an FHA HUD repo program. The rates shown are for the rates that are closest to par. You can click on the Compare button on the right and do a side-by-side comparison of each product, and you can also print out this page too. Let's select the FHA 30-year fixed program by simply clicking on the blue link called Broadview Agency FHA 30-year fixed, and a new window with all of the eligible pricing options will appear. You will notice that we have rate options available for 15, 30, and 45-day pricing. There is also an option to print out your loan quote too, which already includes your lender-paid compensation tier. At this point, you can either exit PriceFinder or you can continue on to lock your loan. But if you're going to exit, be sure to save your information now by clicking on the Save as Prospect button again before you exit. Next, we're going to show you how to lock your loan. The lock desk is open from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. daily, unless otherwise stated. If you've exited PriceFinder after saving your price quote, and now you want to re-access the quote to lock your loan, from the main page of PriceFinder, simply go down to your borrower's name and scroll over to the search icon. This is the button that looks like a magnifying glass, and just click on it. This will open the quote you did earlier for your borrower. Simply update and review your information, then click on the Submit button to obtain the current pricing information. Then all you're going to need to do is to select the price that you want for the rate and lock term that's available, and the lock form will appear for you to complete. In our example here, we're going to select an FHA rate of 4.50% for 30 days. Just place the cursor over the rebate of 1.074%. Remember, this price is for lender-paid compensation and automatically includes your broker compensation tier. Just click on the 1.074% link and a new window will appear. This is your online lock request form that you will need to complete. You'll notice that most of the screens are already pre-filled out for you and are shown in a grayed color. So all you have to do is to complete a few fields that have red dots on the lock form. These fields include the borrower's email, the property address, the city, zip code, and the date the application was taken. When you're ready, just click on the blue Request Lock button that is either on the top or the bottom portion of your screen, and your request will be sent to the lock desk. PriceFinder will then show a lock pending quotation in the upper right-hand corner of the window while the lock desk is processing your request. Later in the day, you'll receive a confirmation email from Broadview Mortgage Wholesale that your lock has either been accepted or rejected. To review and print out a hard copy of your lock confirmation form, just click on a link in the BMC email you just received to Broadview Mortgage's main website, bvmwholesale.com. From the website, click on the link for Big Picture and log in so you can enter the big picture. On the main page of Big Picture, under the heading Quick Links, select from the drop-down list the link for Loan Pipeline. Your pipeline report will open and you will see your name, with a plus sign to the left of your name. Just click on the plus sign next to your name and your pipeline report will open, showing you all of the loans that you currently have in process with Broadview Mortgage Wholesale. To the left of the borrower's last name is also a plus sign. Click on that plus sign to expand the loan conditions for your borrower. On the right-hand side of the expanded condition screen, you will see a PDF icon for your borrower's lock. Simply click on that link to open up the written lock confirmation sheet. You can now view your borrower's lock confirmation and print a copy for your records. If you do discover any errors, please contact the lock department as soon as possible. This concludes our section on how to price and lock your loan through PriceFinder. We hope you found this video very helpful. If you need any more information on Broadview Mortgage's wholesale policies and procedures, please contact your account executive today. In our third video, we will be covering the anti-steering disclosure and the good faith estimate. Thanks for listening.